Let's play ball.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Livingston Academy tonight, where the Lady Wildcat softball team plays host to Clark Range in a non-district matchup for Livingston Academy. Happy to have you with us here on Overton Events for this broadcast tonight as we get ready for this matchup. Leading off will be Caitlin Atkinson for Clark Range, as the first pitch is going to be a ball to Atkinson to begin the count at 1-0. Pitching today for Livingston Academy, number 3, Tatum Pendergrass in the circle for the Lady Wildcats. Catching is Kendall Simpson. 1-0 pitch. This one a swing and a miss for strike one to even the count at 1-1. Around the infield for Livingston, at first base is Sabrina Garrett. At second base is J.C. Collins. At shortstop, Josie Allen. 1-1 pitch. Misses away for ball two to take the count 2-1. At third base for Livingston is Bailey Hutchinson. In the outfield is Megan Estelle in left field. In center field is Calla Pierce. And in right field is this one hit to shortstop. Allen up with it, throw to first in time for out number one. As in right field for Livingston is Cora Copeland for Lady Wildcats, but Josie Allen with the first put out of the game as she'll throw across the diamond to Sabrina Garrett for out number one. And Clark Range has the leadoff batter ground out, and that will be Casey Sales to bat for Clark Range. This one grounded to the left side. Hutchinson gloves it, throws to first for out number two. That'll go 5-3 as Bailey Hutchinson with the flash of the leather to the left side, able to pick that one up on a hop and throw across the diamond to Sabrina Garrett for out number two here in the first inning. This one grounded foul on the right side by Lauren Schote for Clark Range. Swing and a miss there for strike two to take the count 0-2. There's strike three for the first strikeout of the game. Frontier Chevrolet strikeout number one by Tatum Pendergrass. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Buffaloes, and we're through half an inning with no score as Livingston coming up to bat. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, B&R Metals, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, and Cooper Recycling, our sponsors here on Overton Events. We move down to the bottom of the first inning as the Lady Wildcats to bat for the first time. Josie Allen, J.C. Collins, Bailey Hutchinson due up for Livingston Academy here in the bottom of the first. They'll face in the circle Hayden Copley for Clark Range as Copley getting the start today. First pitch from Copley going to be high for ball. No, it's called strike one. Take the count 0-1 to Allen. 0-1 pitch from Copley. That one misses high for ball one to even the count at 1-1. Catching today for Clark Range is Lauren Schote. At first base is Caitlin Cottle. At second base is Rosalind Atkinson. At shortstop is Casey Sales. 1-1 pitch. This one grounded to the shortstop. She bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first base, but not in time as Allen beats it out on an infield hit for Josie Allen to get the game started for the Lady Wildcats. At third base is Katie Sales. At left field is Addie Stowers. In center field is Caitlin Wells. And in right field is Carrington Pritchett for Clark Range. Casey Sales unable to come up with that one in time to get Allen over at first, so Livingston has a runner for J.C. Collins here for the Lady Wildcats. Collins takes that one high for ball one. They'll throw down to second, try to get Allen in a little bit of a rundown, but the first baseman not holding her on over there. Collins stepping back in. 1-0 pitch. This one hit the shortstop again. She'll flip to second for one. They'll try to turn two, but they throw it away. It bounces right back to the first baseman, though, but they will get the lead runner as it will go from Sales to Atkinson, 6-4. Route number one. Collins will reach on the fielder's choice for Livingston Academy. And now number 9, Bailey Hutchinson will bat for the Lady Wildcats. Hutchinson stepping in to hit for Livingston. First pitch to Bailey misses high for ball one. So 1-0 to the Livingston third baseman for the Lady Wildcats. She steps back in. That one at the knees for called strike one to even the count at 1-1. Hutchinson stepping back in. 1-1 pitch. This one hit to shortstop. Sales will field this one. Steps on second for one. Throws to first, not in time, as Casey Sales gained a workout for the Lady Buffaloes. That one goes 6 unassisted on the ground out for out number 2. And again, a fielder's choice for Bailey Hutchinson to put her on first. And now Kendall Simpson will hit for the Lady Wildcats. Livingston playing today without their seniors, as the first pitch going to be called strike one over the middle part of the plate to take the count 0-1. Of course, senior trip going on this week. They'll be back Thursday night. Not in time to play against Upperman if that one gets in. That one catches the outside part of the plate for call strike 2. Livingston scheduled for a big district matchup tomorrow night here at home against Upperman. Weather permitting, we'll have that one for you as well. The 0-2 pitch. This one grounded to Sales again. She boots that one. Hutchinson in safely at second base, as it will be an error putting Simpson on first. Hutchinson will move down to second, and the inning keeps going for Sabrina Garrett. All 4 have been hit to the shortstop here in the first quarter, or the first inning for Livingston Academy, as a courtesy runner coming in for the Lady Wildcats. Brooklyn Loftus going to come in and run for the catcher, Kendall Simpson, for Livingston. Garrett, the first baseman tonight for Livingston Academy. She pitched last night, went all 7 innings against Monterey in a win against the Monterey Lady Wildcats. Garrett will step in to face Copley the first time. That one bounces in. Big lead out there by Hutchinson. She's going to go down to third base. They threw back to the pitcher, and Hutchinson was already halfway to third, so it's just as easy to go to third as it is to go to second. In that situation, she gets there safely with the stolen base. 1-0 pitch is high, and now Loftus going to go down to second base. So the stolen base by Brooklyn Loftus will put runners at second and third for Sabrina Garrett. Count 2-0 to Garrett. She steps back in, fouls that one off at the plate to take the count to 2-1. Garrett, a junior for Livingston Academy. Step in to hit. Once again, 2-1 delivery. This one lined to short. Sales can't handle that one, as it will be out at first. She did recover to handle it, as she just knocked it down, kept it in front of her, and able to throw out Garrett over at first base for the putout. So it goes 6-3 from Sales to Cottle, and Livingston gets a couple of hits. They reached on a couple of fielder's choice and an error. They strand 2. We're through 1 complete. No score here at Livingston Academy. We move now to the top of the second inning. No score here tonight between Clark-Range and Livingston Academy. Let's give you the records for these two teams. Clark-Range comes in at 8-15. They've already played 23 games this season, have the Lady Buffaloes. They're coached by Trent England. He's assisted by Derek Sales for the Lady Buffaloes up at Clark-Range High School. Livingston comes in at 8-8 overall. They're 5-5 in District 7 AAA play are the Lady Wildcats. They're coached by Casey Bennett. She's assisted by Misty Garrett. First pitch of the second inning, swing and a miss by Caitlin Cottle. For strike one, it's going to be Cottle, Sales, and Stowers to hit here in the second inning. Due up for Clark Range. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss again for strike two as Tatum Pendergrass ahead in the count 0-2. Casey Sales is the shortstop. Katie Sales is the third baseman. So a couple of Sales out there on the left side of the infield for Clark Range. That one bounces in for ball one. Take the count to 1-2 now to Cottle. Cottle stepping in. She plays first base for Clark Range. Swing and a miss for strike three. Frontier Chevrolet strikeout number 2 in the game for Pendergrass. Out number 1 here in the second inning for Clark Range. And now Katie Sells will bat for the Lady Buffaloes as she'll step in to hit here in this second inning. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Pretty good motion on that pitch from Pendergrass. Rise ball kind of breaking away from Sales, and the count 0-1. There it is again, but that one's too high for ball one to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the third base player from Clark Range. 1-1 pitch, check swing. Did she go? They checked out at first. He says no. It's ball 2. I thought she went, but the first place umpire didn't agree, and it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch. This one hitting the air over the top of the press box and out of play. The count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Katie Sales as she'll step back in for Livingston Academy. 2-2 pitch. This one grounded on the left side, but foul and out of play as Hutchinson gives chase for the Lady Wildcats, but it's well and foul ground, and the count stays 2-2. Sales battling with Pendergrass here, though. 2-2 pitch. They check again. He says no again. And it goes 3-2. Couple of check swings that were very close by Katie Sales. And the full count now to Sales. 3-2 pitch. This one grounded to Hutchinson. Bailey's got it. Throws to first for out number 1 or out number 2. They'll go 5-3. Hutchinson to Garrett for the second out of the inning. Bailey's got a couple of putouts there at third base. As now it will be Addie Stowers stepping up to hit for Clark Range. She plays left field for the Lady Buffaloes. First pitch to Stowers. That's on the outside part of the plate for call strike one. So 0-1 to Stowers. And she'll step back in. The 0-1 pitch. This one hit to center field. Center fielder coming in. That's going to drop for a base hit. First hit of the game for Clark Range as Stowers will hit one into shallow center field. Pierce plays it on a hop and couldn't get to it. And it's going to be a runner at first now for the Lady Buffaloes with 2 outs here in the top of the second. As it will be Hayden Copley to hit now for Clark Range. First pitch to Copley. That one misses inside for ball 1. So 1-0 to the Clark Range pitcher as she'll step back in. One 0 pitch. That one misses outside. They'll throw down to first, but back safely is Stowers. Count goes 2-0 now to Copley. Pendergrass swing and a miss by Copley there for strike one on that fastball on the lower half of the strike zone. Tracking inside that time to the right-handed hitting Copley. 2-1 pitch. This one hit foul off the right side over the bleachers over where the Clark Range fans are sitting. The count evens up at 2-2 on the foul ball. Pendergrass. 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be a little slow roller. That's a tough play. Pendergrass will get to it. She'll throw to first, but is she in time? Yes. Pendergrass got her at first on the throw to Garrett. It'll go 1-3. Clark-Range gets a hit. They strand a runner. We're through 1.5. It is Clark-Range 0, Livingston Academy 0. Take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. B&R Metals, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, Livingston Regional Hospital, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, and Cooper Recycling. We move now to the bottom of the second inning as due up for Livingston Academy. Number 12, Kyra Gillum. Number 3, Tatum Pendergrass. And number 13, Megan Estelle. The three due up for the Lady Wildcats here in the bottom of the second. First pitch going to be low for ball 1 to Gillum, the designated player. She's batting for the right fielder, Cora Copeland. Gillum steps back in for the Lady Wildcats. 1-0 pitch from Copley. That one misses. No, it catches the outside part of the plate for call strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1 now to Gillum. And she'll step back in for Livingston. 1-1 pitch. This one grounded on the left side. Sails again. She'll play it on a hop and throw to first, but not in time. Gets away from the first baseman, but she won't try to move as Gillum going to hold there at first. Going to be an error on Sails there at short. Every hit so far in this game by Livingston, every contact has been to shortstop to Casey Sails. Runner at first for Tatum Pendergrass now for Livingston. First pitch to Pendergrass. That one's low for ball 1. Gillum, big lead over at first, but she'll hold there. The count 1-0 to the Livingston pitcher. Pendergrass steps back in. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. Take the count 2-0. I've learned to wait on this home plate umpire. He'll take a while to make the signal, so we'll be patient with him. 2-0 pitch. This one hit well on the left side. That's through for a base hit. Gillum going to hold at second on a solid single by Tatum Pendergrass in the hole between short and third. And the Lady Wildcats have their first hit of the game and have runners at first and second for Megan Estelle. Pendergrass going to stay out there to run for Livingston. As Estelle will step in to hit for the Lady Wildcats. First pitch going to be low for ball 1 to the left fielder. So 1-0 the count. Estelle getting some words from Coach Casey Bennett down in the third base coaching box. Squares to bunt. misses that. No, it fouls it off to even the count at 1-1. Just got a piece of that one to foul it straight back, and the count evens up at 1-1. Copley, the 1-1 pitch. Again, Estelle squares to bunt. She misses outside that time for ball 2, does Copley, and the count goes 2-1. 2-1 to Estelle as she'll step back in for the Lady Wildcats. 2-1 pitch, swinging away this time, ground ball to short. Sails up with it. She'll take the play at first and get the first out of the inning, but it will move the runners on the sacrifice by Estelle to move the runners up a base as Gillum will move down to third, Pendergrass down to second. It'll go 6-3 for out number 1 here in the inning, and Calla Pierce will bat now for Livingston as Casey Sales throws across the diamond to Caitlin Cottle for the first out. Pierce squares to bunt, and it's going to be high for ball 1. So 1-0 to Calla Pierce, center fielder tonight for the Lady Wildcats. In the left-handed batter's box for Livingston. 1-0 pitch from Copley, swing and a miss there for strike 1 to even the count at 1-1. Then back to the top of the order for the Lady Wildcats as Pierce going to step back in. Squares to bunt. That one misses low for ball 2. So 2-1 to Pierce. And she'll step back in for the Lady Wildcats. Crowding right in the front of the batter's box. Again, she squares to bunt. Bunts this one down the third base line. Only play is going to be at first. The first baseman's not on the bag. Gillum going to come in to score, and Pierce is going to get an infield hit. Calla Pierce will reach for the Lady Wildcats. She'll get an RBI on the play as Gillum will come in to score, and Livingston's on the board first as they lead it 1-0. Pendergrass moving down to third. Back to the top of the order now for Josie Allen for the Lady Wildcats as she'll step in to hit for Livingston. First pitch to Allen. That one's high for ball 1. Pierce quickly scoots on down to second base with the stolen base. It's 1-0 to Josie Allen with runners at second and third. Livingston, chance for a couple of more runs on a base hit here by Allen as she'll step back in. 1-0 pitch. That one's low for ball 2 to take the count 2-0 now to the shortstop for Livingston Academy.
Come on, babe. I believe in you.
Allen steps back in. 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be over the middle of the plate for call strike 1 to take the count 2-1. Now to Josie. Two-one pitch from Copley. This one hitting the air on the left side and foul ground for strike 2 to even the count at 2-2. Now to Allen.
On that face, Bob. You got it. Don't suck.
She steps back in for Livingston. Two-two pitch. This one hit to Sales. Sales has it pop out of her glove. Can Allen beat it out? She will. A run will come in to score on the second infield hit by Josie Allen as that one just popped out of the glove of Casey Sales as it was hit hard to shortstop that time. It'll be an RBI for Allen as Pendergrass will come in to score for Livingston. Calla Pierce will move down to third base for the Lady Wildcats. So runners at the corners. First pitch to J.C. Collins going to be called strike 1. Allen quickly will steal second to put runners at second and third for Collins, the second baseman for Livingston. Lady Wildcats a couple of runs in the inning to lead it 2-0. That one misses high for ball 1 to even the count at 1-1.
Go get 'em, girl.
Collins will step back in for Livingston Academy. 1-1 pitch. This one hit well on the left side. Left fielder going back in foul ground. Can she get to it? She can't. It'll drop in foul ground. So a long strike there by J.C. Collins, but she hit it well to left field. She just straightens that out. That's problems for Clark Range, and the count goes 1-2. Now to Collins. Collins reached on a fielder's choice. Her first at bat, batting for the second consecutive inning is J.C. Collins. 1-2 pitch. This one hit well to left field. Left fielder moving to her left. Can she make the catch on the run? She will. The runner will tag at third. Pierce will come in to score. So it'll be a fly out to left field to Addie Stowers for out number 2, but it will be an RBI for J.C. Collins as Pierce will come in to score from third, and Livingston goes in front 3-0 now for the Lady Wildcats. Allen will hold at second. 2 away now for Bailey Hutchinson for the Lady Wildcats. First pitch to Hutchinson, swing and a miss on a big cut from Bailey for strike 1. So it's 0-1 to Bailey Hutchinson. And she'll step back in for Livingston. The 0-1 delivery. This one hit well to left field. That's going to be a long one. It goes to the base of the wall. It'll be a double for Hutchinson and RBI for Bailey as she took that one for a ride to left center field in the gap. And it will be an extra base hit for Livingston as Josie Allen will come in to score from second. And the Lady Wildcats with their 4th run of the inning lead it now 4-0. With still a runner in scoring position for Kendall Simpson now for the Lady Wildcats. Simpson steps in for Livingston. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Hutchinson. Big lead over there at third base for the Livingston, or at second base for the Livingston third baseman. As Simpson will step back in for the Lady Wildcats. Copley. This one hit off the end of the bat. The third baseman can't get to it. Hutchinson going to hold at third. She's well off the bag there. Now we'll get back on the bag. A little cue ball there from Simpson to third base. And she'll get on base trying to draw a throw just to try to allow Hutchinson to come in to score. So on the play there at third, good hustle by Simpson to move on down to second base. And that is the end of the second inning. So we're through 2 complete. It's Livingston Academy 4, Clark-Range 0. We move now to the top of the third inning, and if you're as confused as I was at the bottom of the second, I'll try to explain it to you. As Simpson rounded second base, the pitcher had the ball in the circle, so she faked like she was going to second, then came back to first, then made a move back to second. Can't do that with the pitcher with the ball in the circle. You have to either commit going to the base you're going to or commit going back to the base you came from. Can't be trying to fake out the pitcher there in the circle. So that is the reason for the out, the third out of the inning for Livingston Academy, and the Lady Wildcats lead 4-0 as we move to the top of the third with Carrington Pritchett to lead off here for Clark-Range. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Pritchett. She'll be followed by Caitlin Wells. Then back to the top of the order to Rosalind Atkinson for Clark-Range. 0-1 pitch to Pritchett. Misses inside for ball 1 to even the count at 1-1 Now to the Lady Buffaloes right fielder. One pitch. This one going to be fouled off at the plate. It'll stay in foul ground. The count goes 1-2. Both teams wearing the all black today. It's very hard to tell who's who out there in this matchup between these two teams. This one's going to be fouled at the plate again, so the count stays 1-2 to Pritchett. Pendergrass. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Out number 1, Frontier Chevrolet. Strikeout number 3 in the game for Tatum Pendergrass, as it will be Caitlin Wells stepping in to hit now for Clark Range. Wells batting for the first time, then back to the top of the order to Atkinson. First pitch to Wells. That was going to miss high and away for ball 1. So 1-0 to Caitlin, the center fielder for Clark Range, as she'll step back in. 1-0 pitch from Pendergrass. This one hit down to first base. Garrett knocks it down, steps on first for out number 1. Sabrina Garrett, just with that glove hand, able to knock it down, keep it right in front of her to knock it down, and then step on the bag for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down here in the third for the Lady Buffaloes, and as we said, back to the top of the order now for Rosalind Atkinson to bat now for Clark Range. Pendergrass has pitched well here tonight, only 1 hit so far. That one misses inside for ball 1. Take the count 1-0. Copley on the other side has given up 5 hits in the game. Swing and a miss there for strike 1 to even the count at 1-1. Actually, she's given up 6 hits on the game. Lady Wildcats 6 hits here tonight against Clark Range. Some people might score them a little differently. The 1-1 pitch. This one hit on the right side. Collins going back, can't get to it on the diving effort. It's going to be a base hit there for Rosalind Atkinson. A 2-out single to right field. Good effort by J.C. Collins, laying out to try to dive after that one. Couldn't get to it. And the runner on first base with 2 away. Now for Casey Sales. Sales grounded to third base. Her last at bat. And she'll step in to hit for the second time for the Lady Buffaloes. Shortstop for Clark Range. First pitch. The runner goes. That's going to be a stolen base for Rosalind Atkinson on a quick jump from first. Kendall Simpson, pretty strong throw, but couldn't get her. The pitch was a ball to take the count 1-0 to Sales. This one hit in the hole on the left side. That's through for a base hit. Atkinson trying to move to third. They'll throw it in. They'll tag her out. Did they get her? Nobody signaled anything yet. No, he's safe at third base. Estelle with a good throw. The quick tag applied by Hutchinson, but the official said she got there first. So it's going to be a single for Sales. She'll stretch it into a double going to second base. Atkinson will move down to third base. So runners at second and third now for Lauren Schote for Clark Range. First pitch to Schote. This one grounded on the left side. Hutchinson up with it. Will throw to first for, that's not Hutchinson there at third base. That's out number 3 as they've brought in Kyra Gillum at third base. So Gillum with the throw there for the Lady Wildcats. It'll go 5-3. For out number 3, Livingston gets a couple of hits. They strand a couple of runners. We're through 2.5 with Livingston leading 4-0. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, B&R Metals, Cooper Recycling, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, Jerry's IGA, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Dairy Queen, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Bullseye Security, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, and W&O Construction. We move now to the bottom of the third inning as the Lady Wildcats will send up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Livingston. Sabrina Garrett, Kyra Gillum, and Tatum Pendergrass due up for Livingston here in the bottom of the third. Lady Wildcats, no runs in the first. They put 4 on the board in the second. First pitch here to Garrett's going to miss outside for ball 1. So 1-0 to Sabrina Garrett as she'll hit for the second time. She grounded to short her first at bat. First pitch to Garrett. That one catches the inside part of the plate for call strike 1 at the numbers to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman. 1-1 delivery. Garrett grounds this one foul on the left side to take the count to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sabrina. And she'll step back in for Livingston Academy. Hayden Copley still in the circle. Lauren Choate catching for Clark-Range. 1-2 pitch from Copley. That one misses outside for ball 2 to even the count at 2-2. At first base is Caitlin Cottle. At second base is Rosalind Atkinson. At shortstop, Casey Sales. 2-2 pitch. Garrett will hit this one foul off the right side now to play. At third base is Katie Sales. In left field is Addie Stowers. In center field is Caitlin Wells. And in right field is Carrington Pritchett. 2-2 pitch from Copley. Garrett hits this one well on the left side. That one will see the left fielder moving toward the line and make the catch on the fly. On the fly out to left field to Addie Stowers for out number 1 here in the third inning. And now Kyra Gillum will bat for Livingston Academy, and she'll step in to hit for the Lady Wildcats. She got the scoring started back in the second inning, reached on an error, came around and scored a run for the Lady Wildcats. That one misses high for ball 1. To take the count 1-0. Gillum stepping back in. 1-0 pitch. This one hit in the air in the infield. First baseman settles under it. Cottle will make the catch for out number 2. So the pop-up to Caitlin Cottle at first base for the second out of the inning. As it will be Tatum Pendergrass to bat now for Livingston Academy. As Pendergrass singled and scored a run in the second inning. Tatum will step in to bat for the second time. First pitch going to bounce in there for ball 1. So 1-0 to Tatum Pendergrass. 1-0 pitch from Copley. Pendergrass lines this one to second. Second baseman, good move to her right. Throws to first in time on a good play by Rosalind Atkinson on the ground ball to her right. As she's able to pick it up, throw over to first base for out number 3. And Livingston goes in order for the first time. We're through 3 complete. It's Livingston Academy 4, Clark-Range 0. We move now to the top of the fourth inning with Livingston leading Clark Range 4-0 here at Livingston Academy. Caitlin Cottle, Katie Sales, and Addie Stowers due up for the Lady Buffaloes. Cottle got the last out of the third inning, and so many times you see a player make a defensive play to end an inning, lead off the next, and come up with a big hit. Pendergrass wanted to keep her from doing that, though, for the Lady Wildcats as Tatum Pendergrass back out in the circle for Livingston Academy. Catching is Kendall Simpson. At first base is Sabrina Garrett. At second base is J.C. Collins. First pitch to Cottle. Squares to bunt. Bunts it off of her. Foul and out of play. The count goes 0-1. At shortstop is Josie Allen. At third base is Kyra Gillum still out there for the Lady Wildcats. In left field is Megan Estelle. In center field is Calla Pierce. And in right field is Cora Copeland. This bunt going to go foul as well down the left side and out of play, so the count goes 0-2. And it takes the bunt out of play now for Caitlin Cottle, who's trying to bunt for a base hit leading off this inning. And she'll come back to hit once again for the Lady Wildcats. Or rather for the Lady Buffaloes. Get everybody wearing that black, you kind of get zoned in. 0-2 pitch to Cottle. Swing and a miss for strike three. Catcher drops it. Throws down to first, though, to complete the strikeout. Frontier Chevrolet strikeout there for Tatum Pendergrass. Out number one in the fourth inning. Strikeout number 4 in the game for Tatum. She's gotten at least one strikeout in every inning. Actually, one in every inning of this game. And now Katie Sales will bat for Clark Range. First pitch to Sales. This one hit on the right side. That's down for a base hit. It'll get in the gap. That'll roll to the fence. Sales going to have extra bases here. Let's see if they send her to third. She's rounding second. The throw coming into second. And Sales will be in with a stand-up triple at third base by Katie Sales on a ball hit to the gap in right center field on a well-hit ball by Sales. And Clark Range has their second runner of the game at third base, but they have her there with only one out. Here in the fourth inning, Addie Stowers with a chance to score the first run of the night for Clark Range if they can bring home Sales here. Stowers has the only hit of the game before that triple by Sales. First pitch here going to be grounded on the left side. Allen will look at third. The throw to first is going to be in time for the out, and the runner won't advance. It'll go 6-3. Allen to Garrett for the second out of the inning, and now Copley to bat for Clark Range. Actually, they'd gotten a couple of hits to Clark Range in the third inning, so that hit by Sales was their fourth hit of the game, but their first extra base hit of the game. Copley trying to help her own cause. First pitch, going to miss high for ball one to the Clark Range pitcher. Copley stepping back in. 1-0 pitch from Pendergrass. That one misses high again for ball two. So 2-0 to Copley. She'll step back in for the Lady Buffaloes. 2-0 delivery. That one is away for ball three. So 3-0 to the Clark Range pitcher. Probably taking all the way here with two outs. They want a base runner, does Clark Range, trailing by 4. That one misses inside for ball 4. So the walk given up to Copley. First walk of the game by Pendergrass coming here in the fourth inning. They're going to bring in a courtesy runner for the pitcher is coming in to run. Will be number 49, Brooklyn Smith, coming in to run for Copley. And it will be now Carrington Pritchett to hit for Clark Range. Runner at third base, runner at first base for the Lady Buffaloes. As the umpire getting the substitution written down. Now we're ready to go for this one here to Pritchett. Swing and a miss there for strike one to Carrington Pritchett. Runner doesn't go at first. As stepping back in will be Pritchett. The 0-1 pitch. This one is swing and a miss for strike two. They'll throw down to second, trying to draw a play there on the runner at third, but it doesn't happen as holding at third is Sales. Copley at first, Smith, the courtesy runner at first. Brooklyn Smith running for Hayden Copley. Over at third base is Katie Sales. 0-2 pitch. That one misses high for ball one. Take the count to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the right fielder for Clark-Range. 1-2 pitch. This one grounded to Collins at second. Collins will take the throw to first for out number 3. JC plays that one well to Garrett for the putout. Goes 4-3 for out number 3 as we're through 3.5. It is Livingston Academy 4, Clark-Range 0. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. B&R Metals, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, Livingston Regional Hospital, Cooper Recycling, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, Jerry's IGA, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Dairy Queen, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Bullseye Security, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, and W&O Construction Company. We move now to the bottom of the fourth inning as due up Megan Estelle, Calla Pierce, and Josie Allen due up for the Lady Wildcats. Beautiful day for softball here this afternoon at Livingston Academy in the low to mid 60s when we got started. Probably still around 60 degrees at about 8 minutes till 6 o'clock on this Wednesday night. Happy to have you with us here on Overton Events as Estelle will step in to hit. She'll ground this one to the third baseman. Sales up with it. Katie will throw across the diamond for out number 1. So Katie Sales with the put out. At third base, it'll go 5-3. Sales to Cottle for out number 1 on the ground out. And now Calla Pierce will bat for Livingston Academy. Pierce batting left-handed for the Lady Wildcats will step in to hit for the second time. She singled, scored a run back in the second inning, stole a base as well. First pitch to Pierce. That one misses away for ball 1. So 1-0 to Calla Pierce. She'll step back in for Livingston. 1-0 pitch. That one misses high for ball 2. 2-0 now to Pierce. Copley's had great control tonight. She hasn't walked anyone. Livingston's hit her pretty well, but she has no walks on the game. But it's 2-0 here to Pierce. Make it 3-0 as that one misses high for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to the Livingston center fielder. As Pierce will step back in. 3-0 pitch. That one's low for ball 4. So there's the first walk of the game given up by Hayden Copley to put a runner at first base for Josie Allen for the Lady Wildcats. She's 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of infield hits for Livingston. Has stolen a base, has scored a run for the Lady Wildcats. And she'll step in to hit for the third time. The leadoff batter for Livingston. That one's low, gets away, and that'll let Pierce move down to second base. So a pass ball will let Pierce move down to second base. The pitch was a ball to Allen, so it's 1-0 to the Livingston shortstop. Umpire taking a moment to clean off home plate. It's pretty dusty out here tonight. There hadn't been a lot of rain here at Livingston. There's a big threat of it tomorrow. Hopefully it'll stay away long enough for the Livingston Academy Upperman game to be played. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss for strike one to even the count at 1-1. Little change up inside. Pierce tried to go the other way with. Couldn't do so, and the count evens up at 1-1. Or rather, Allen tried to go the other way. Count evens up at 1-1. As Josie will step back in. 1-1 pitch. This one hit well to the third baseman. Gets through. As Pierce rounding third base, she'll come in to score. Allen coming into second with a double for the Lady Wildcats. I would think they would score that as a hit and a double for Allen, and another RBI for Allen. Her second RBI as Calla Pierce will come in to score. First run of the inning for Livingston Academy, and they lead it 5-0 now. J.C. Collins to bat. That one bounces in. Allen going to go down to third base on that throw back to the pitcher, though. They saw something as Livingston Academy as they take a long time to get back to the pitcher, and that big lead out there at second. It's just easier to move down to third. That one misses high for ball two. So 2-0 to Collins. And she'll step back in for Livingston Academy. JC reached on a fielder's choice. Her first at-bat flew out to left field the last time. That one's on the inside part of the plate for strike one to take the count 2-1 now to the Livingston Academy second baseman. Collins stepping back in. Livingston playing tonight without Emma Poston. The 2-1 pitch. This one hit well on the left side. Sales will come up with this one. The throw, though, is going to pull the first baseman off the bag, and that's going to score a run for Livingston. Won't be an RBI. It'll be an error on the third baseman, but Allen will come in to score the second run of the inning. And the Lady Wildcats extend the lead to 6-0. As now Bailey Hutchinson to bat for Livingston. We said the seniors aren't here tonight for Livingston. Senior trip going on for Livingston Academy. And Emma Poston injured a hand and is out for a while. That one's inside for ball one to Bailey Hutchinson. Now gets away from the pitcher, and that'll let Collins move down to second base. The throw back to the pitcher got away, and Collins hustling out there, able to move down to second base, and the runner in scoring position for Bailey Hutchinson. Bailey drove her last hit, and this one hit on the left side. That's through again for a base hit. Collins rounding third. The throw coming in. This is going to be close. Collins will slide in safely. That was a good throw by Stowers out there in left field. But it's a double again for Bailey Hutchinson as Katie Sales had no chance at that one. There's no doubt that's a hit for Hutchinson. A double. Her second extra base hit and an RBI. Her second RBI as Collins coming in to score for Livingston Academy. 3 runs in the inning now for the Lady Wildcats, and they lead it 7-0. Over Clark Range, and now Kendall Simpson will bat for Livingston. Simpson stepping in to hit. First pitch. This one hit in the air in foul ground. The catcher Schote will get the mask away and will make the catch in foul ground. Just had to take a step to her left and come up with the catch for out number 2. So 2 away here in the fourth, and now Sabrina Garrett will bat for Livingston with a runner in scoring position for the Lady Wildcats. Garrett. First pitch from Copley. This one hit well in the gap in center field. Center fielder moving over. She can't get there. Rounding third is Hutchinson. Coming in to stand up at second base on a double is Sabrina Garrett. For her first hit of the game is Sabrina with a double to the gap to right center field. An RBI for Garrett as Hutchinson comes in to score from second base. And the Lady Wildcats lead it now 8-0 over Clark Range, with Gillum trying to extend that lead, and she'll ground the first pitch down the left side in foul ground and out of play. So the count 0-1 to Gillum. Kyra on the day reached on an error, scored a run, popped up to first base. Her last at bat takes that one high and inside for ball one to even the count at 1-1. Now to Gillum. Home plate umpire stepping out to say something. A change going on here as they're going to bring a sub in. To right field, coming in to play right field will be number 31, Riley Durham, as she'll come in to replace Carrington Pritchett for Clark Range. So Durham The sub for the Lady Buffaloes in for the first time as Gillum will face Copley once again. The count 1-1 to Kyra Gillum. 1-1 pitch from Copley. That one misses high for ball 2. So 2-1 to the designated player. She bats for Cora Copeland, who plays right field for Livingston Academy. This one hit foul off the right side and out of play to even the count at 2-2. She's the 8th player to bat in the inning. If she reaches, Tatum Pendergrass will see Livingston Academy bat around in an inning for the first time. Two-two pitch from Copley. This one fouled straight back. Had everybody ducking over here. I've been pretty good. I hadn't done that in a while, but that was coming right at us, wasn't it? That'll make the old heart stop there. It's 2-2 to Kyra Gillum. No matter how much you know it's not going to get there, you're still going to flinch. The 2-2 pitch. This one a swing and a miss for strike 3 for out number 3 for the Lady Wildcats as we're through 4 innings. After 4 complete, it's Livingston Academy 8, Clark-Range 0. We move now to the top of the 5th inning as due up for Clark-Range, the 9 1-2 hitters. Caitlin Wells, Rosalind Atkinson, and Casey Sales due up for the Lady Buffaloes as Livingston 4 runs in the 2nd, 4 runs in the 4th for the Lady Wildcats. Wells hitting for the 2nd time. That one misses inside for ball 1 to take the count 1-0. Now to Caitlin Wells. She grounded out to Garrett at first base, her only other at-bat. The 1-0 pitch. That one catches the outside part of the plate for call strike 1 to even the count at 1-1. Pendergrass has went the entire way for the Lady Wildcats. They have made a defensive change. Brooklyn Loftus in at second base. Brooklyn replacing J.C. Collins at second base. That one misses for ball 2. So Pendergrass still in the circle. Kendall Simpson still behind the plate for Livingston. Garrett at first base. 2-1 pitch. That one misses inside for ball 3. Loftus at second base. Allen at shortstop. At third base, Gillum still out there playing third. Estelle in left field. Pierce in center field. And Copeland in right field. 3-1 pitch misses for a leadoff walk to Caitlin Wells. So Wells will draw the walk to lead off this 5th inning. That's the 2nd walk given up by Pendergrass. As back to the top of the order now for Rosalind Atkinson for Clark-Range. This one going to be grounded on the left side. Gillum will take the play at second. Loftus will step on the bag for out number 1 to get the lead runner. It'll go Gillum to Loftus, 5-4 for out number 1. It'll be a fielder's choice for Rosalind Atkinson to put her on first base. So 1 away now here in the top of the 5th for Clark Range as Casey Sales will step into bat for the Lady Buffaloes. Runner goes. This one grounded on the left side and out of play for strike 1. As Sales was going, rather Atkinson going on the first contact, actually on the release. She was already committed to try to steal second base. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. Didn't go that time, did Sales? One pitch from Pendergrass. She goes this time. The throw down to second, not in time. Pitch was a strike on a swinging strike by Casey Sales, but it will be a stolen base for Rosalind Atkinson to put a runner in scoring position for Sales now. With 1 out for the Lady Buffaloes, takes that force away at second base. Count 1-2. This one grounded slowly down the left side, but in foul ground. The count stays 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Clark Range shortstop. 1-2 delivery. That one catches the inside part of the plate for call. Strike 3. Frontier Chevrolet strikeout number 1 of the inning. Strikeout number 5 of the game for Tatum Pendergrass, and 2 away now for the Lady Buffaloes, and Lauren Schote will bat now for Clark Range. Swing and a miss there by Schote. On that one, breaking away from her, going from the middle part of the plate to the outside part of the plate, and Schote couldn't make contact, and the count 0-1. That one bounces in, gets away from Simpson. It'll let the runner move up. As Atkinson will move down to third base. Pitch was a ball to Schote to even the count at 1-1. As, again, the home plate umpire takes a moment to clean off home plate. Pretty dusty right there. As Schote steps back in. This one hit well to the gap in right center field, and a run will come in to score for Clark Range. Schote rounding first. She'll hold up at second with a double, and the Lady Buffaloes are on the board with the RBI double by Lauren Schote to right center field to score Atkinson, and Clark Range avoiding the shutout now, trying to get back into this game as they cut the lead down to 7 at 8-1 for Caitlin Cottle here for the Lady Buffaloes. 2 away, though, in the top of the 5th inning as Cottle will step in for Clark Range. First pitch from Pendergrass. That one's low for ball 1 to the first baseman. So 1-0 to Caitlin as she'll step back in now. 1-0 pitch from Pendergrass. This one hit on the right side. Loftus will give chase, but it'll drop in foul ground. That's going to be strike 1 to Cottle. The count evens up at 1-1. Cottle wears the 1 batting glove, only on the left hand for Caitlin Cottle. No batting glove on the right hand. Brooklyn Loftus getting close to that one in foul ground on the right side. Couldn't track it down. The count goes 1-1 now to Cottle. Choking up on the bat is Caitlin. 1-1 pitch. This one hit on the right side. That's in foul ground. That'll drop. So the count goes 1-2. Now as she hit that one just far enough in foul ground to keep Garrett from getting to it for Livingston Academy. And the count 1-2 now. Cottle will step back in for the Lady Buffaloes. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. First time in the game that Pendergrass has struck out 2 in an inning. Frontier Chevrolet strikeout number 6 for Tatum Pendergrass. Clark Range scores a run. We're through 4.5. It is Livingston Academy 8, Clark Range 1. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, B&R Metals, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, and Cooper Recycling. We move now to the bottom of the fifth inning as the Lady Wildcats will send up the 7, 8, and 9 hitters here in the fifth. Tatum Pendergrass, Megan Estelle, and Calla Pierce due up for Livingston. A run in the top of the fifth by Clark Range gets them on the board for the first time as Livingston leads 8-1. First pitch to Pendergrass. That one going to be a little change up, catching the top of the strike zone to take the count 0-1 to Pendergrass. Tatum's thrown the ball very well in the circle tonight for Livingston. Hits this one well in the gap in left center field. The center fielder coming over, though, will run it down. Good play out there in center field by Caitlin Wells to track that one down as it was hit where it looked like it could drop for a base hit, but Wells showing good range out in center field to get the first out of the fifth inning. And now Estelle will bat for Livingston. Megan steps in, takes that one low for ball one. So 1-0 to the Livingston left fielder. She'll step back in. 1-0 pitch from Copley. This one hit off the end of the bat. The first baseman will come and get it. Second baseman covering. They'll flip to her. Not in time. So Estelle will reach on an infield hit on that one as Cottle coming off first base to get to it. Tried to flip to Atkinson covering, but they just couldn't get together, and Estelle able to beat it out for an infield hit for the Lady Wildcats. And now Calla Pierce will bat for Livingston. Pierce has been on base both times, has scored a couple of runs for Livingston Academy. Has an RBI, has stolen a base. Swing and a miss there on a big cut by Calla for strike one. So 0-1 to the Livingston center fielder. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss there for strike two as Pierce taking a couple of big cuts, just couldn't make contact. The count goes 0-2. Pierce stepping back in. The 0-2 delivery, that one misses away for ball one to take the count 1-2. One-two pitch. This one hit off the end of the bat. That's going to be the third baseman coming up with it. Throw to first is going to be in time on a good play by Clark Range, as they may have changed third baseman there, as Pierce will ground out to third. It'll go 5-3, route number two, and back to the top of the order now for Josie Allen for Clark Range. Allen stepping in. They have moved Atkinson over to third. That one bounces in. And let Estelle move down to third base on the wild pitch. Count goes 1-0 to Allen. So they moved the second baseman, Atkinson, over to third. They moved the third baseman, Katie Sales, over to second. That one catches the outside part of the plate for call strike one to even the count at 1-1. So Katie Sells at second base now. Rosalind Atkinson at third base. Allen stepping back in. 1-1 pitch. That one is inside for ball 2. So 2-1 to Josie Allen, the shortstop for Livingston Academy. 2-1 pitch from Copley. This one hit well on the left side. Coming up with it, Atkinson. Long throw for out number 3. So Livingston gets a hit. They strand a runner. We're through 5 complete. It is Livingston Academy 8, Clark-Range 1. We move now to the top of the 6th inning as Clark-Range coming up to bat with Katie Sales, Addie Stowers, and Hayden Copley due up for the Lady Buffaloes. Sales tripled her last at-bat for Clark-Range. Was stranded there at third base for the Lady Buffaloes. Good defensive series after that triple to keep her from getting home, as it was a one-out triple. Pendergrass still in the circle for Livingston. First pitch to Sales. This one hit on the left side, goes off the glove of Gillum. Estelle will come up with it quickly, and that's going to be a base hit for Katie Sales. Hit that one hard on the left side. Gillum couldn't come up with it. It'll go off the end of the glove into left field, and now Addie Stowers will bat for Clark-Range. Stowers has hit the ball well tonight. She singled as that one misses inside for ball 1 and grounded out to short. Her last at-bat, she's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Stowers will step back in. 1-0 pitch from Pendergrass. That one called strike 1 at the knees to even the count at 1-1. Now to the left fielder from Clark-Range. They've got some good athletes out in the outfield, do the Lady Buffaloes. 1-1 pitch. That one bounces in for ball 2. The runner doesn't go, as Sales holding there at second or at first base, not advancing to second. Count goes 2-1 now to Stowers. 2-1 pitch. That one misses for ball 3. So 3-1 to Addie as she'll step back in now for Clark-Range. 3-1 pitch from Pendergrass. This one hit right back up the middle. Allen will step on second for 1, throws to first for 2. Double play as Josie Allen moving to her left, able to come up with it, steps on the bag, throws to Garrett at first for the double play for the Lady Wildcats. It goes 6-3 for the putout. For the 2 outs there for the Lady Wildcats, as the double play for Livingston erases that hit by Katie Sales, and now Hayden Copley will bat for Clark-Range with nobody on and 2 out here in the top of the 6th. That one kind of slipped out of the hands of Pendergrass that time. Misses for ball 1. So 1-0 to Copley. Pendergrass, the 1-0 pitch. That one bounces in for ball 2. So 2-0. The Clark-Range pitcher, she's went the entire way for Clark-Range. Pendergrass has went the entire way for Livingston. 2-0 delivery. This one going to be grounded on the right side. Garrett going to field it herself. Will step on first for out number 3. So the Lady Buffaloes go in order in the 6th. We're through 5.5. It is Livingston Academy 8, Clark-Range 1. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. B&R Metals, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Dobbin Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, and Cooper Recycling. We move now to the bottom of the 6th inning as due up for the Lady Wildcats. Brooklyn Loftus to lead off, the second baseman for Livingston. She'll be followed by Bailey Hutchinson and Kendall Simpson for the Lady Wildcats. So Brooklyn hitting for the first time today. She came in to play second base, squares to bunt. That one misses low for ball 1. So 1-0 to Loftus as she steps back in. Brooklyn. 1-0 pitch again, squares to bunt. Takes that one high for ball 2. So 2-0 to Loftus. Daughter of Livingston Academy baseball coach Jamie Loftus. As the 2-0 pitch, did she offer? She did not. That's ball 3 to Brooklyn Loftus. His team got a big win last night down in Sparta to move to 14-6 overall. They've won 12 in a row of the Wildcats. That one misses low for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. They play Clay County tomorrow, weather permitting. We'll have that game here on Overton Events. We'll also have the softball game on Overton Events. We're going to have a couple tomorrow if the weather will let us. And now Bailey Hutchinson will come in to hit for the Lady Wildcats. Bailey takes that one low for ball 1. Loftus, as the catcher dropped it, will try to steal second. She's in safely. Schote made it close on that strong throw down to second base, but Loftus in safely to move into scoring position for Bailey Hutchinson. Bailey is 2 for 2 on the day. She reached on a fielder's choice, her first at-bat. 2 RBIs, 2 extra base hits as Hutchinson takes that one high for ball 2. So 2-0 to the Livingston third baseman. Bailey will step back in. 2-0 pitch. This one hit to center field. Center fielder backing up. That's hit well. That is gone. Bailey Hutchinson took it for a ride to the deepest part of the park. The center fielder thought she had to play for a moment. No chance. Bailey Hutchinson just rips that one over center field with a 2-run home run, her 5th of the season. And the Lady Wildcats freshman lighting it up here at Livingston Academy. The 2 runs move Livingston in front 10-1 now over Clark-Range. Kendall Simpson to hit now for Livingston Academy after that 2-run home run by Hutchinson. Simpson represents the winning run for Livingston Academy. As she steps up there for the Lady Wildcats. First pitch misses outside for ball one. So 1-0 to Kendall Simpson. That is absolutely the deepest part of this field that Bailey Hutchinson hit that one to. And it cleared it by 3 or 4 feet. That one low for ball two. So 2-0 to Simpson. The 2-0 pitch. Simpson hits this one well down the right side. That's hooking foul and out of play. Oh, Kendall took it for a ride there to try to walk it off here for Kendall Simpson. In style for the Lady Wildcats catcher, but it just kept hooking foul and out of play, and the count goes 2-1 to Simpson. 2-1 pitch from Copley. This one hit to the gap in left center field. That's down for a base hit. Simpson will stretch it to 2, and she'll hold there with a double for the Lady Wildcats with nobody out here in the bottom of the second, or at the bottom of the sixth, as Simpson going into second base. And now Sabrina Garrett with a chance to walk it off here for the Lady Wildcats, as she'll step in to hit. A walk, a home run, a double, and now Garrett, her last at-bat, a double and an RBI for the junior first baseman. First pitch to Garrett. That one catches the inside part of the plate for call strike one. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. The 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be high for ball one to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sabrina Garrett as she'll step back in for the Lady Wildcats. 1-1 pitch. This one hit on the right side. First baseman giving chase. Cottle can't get to it. Good effort there by Cottle from first base, coming way down the line toward home plate, but couldn't get there. And it's going to go to 1-2 now to Sabrina Garrett. Garrett stepping back in. This game gained an hour and a half old here on Overton Events. That one's low for ball two. Gets away, and that'll let Simpson move down to third base. So it's 2-2 now to Garrett. Kendall staying out there to run for the Lady Wildcats here in this sixth inning. The 2-2 pitch to Garrett. This one hit off the right side and foul ground and out of play. So the count stays 2-2. Home plate umpire retrieving some softballs here. There have been a lot of foul balls the last little bit by Livingston Academy. Now Garrett. 2-2 pitch. This one hit well to center field. That center fielder's backing up. That one is gone. Sabrina Garrett took one just as deep as Bailey Hutchinson. That's her second home run of the season to straightaway center field. Sabrina will walk it off with the 2-run home run as the Lady Wildcats will win over Clark Range by a score of 12-1. 2 home runs in the inning. Livingston with a huge win tonight over the Lady Buffaloes to move above 500 to 9-8. And the Lady Wildcats will win it 12-1 as Garrett with back-to-back extra base hits. The 2-run home run by Sabrina to get her first 2 RBIs, her third RBI of the game for the Lady Wildcats, and Livingston wins it by a final score of 12-1 over Clark Range. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. As again, your final score, Livingston Academy 12, Clark Range 1. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from Livingston Academy.